Welcome to This Week in Washington for July the 1st, 2013. July the 1st at the Association is the start of our new fiscal year. We ended the year on a very upbeat note because last week we had a succession of meetings dealing with the future financing initiatives we discussed at our Board and Finance Committee meeting at Expo. This week, we had a distinguished group of people visiting us that included the people who are responsible for administering the small business and revolving loan programs at the USDA, some representatives who handle issues for the Small Business Administration, and we had representatives of Spring Mountain Capital, the organization that is willing to provide us with upfront capital for our needs to expand our loan program. You may recall that at the board meeting, we talked about how, in the future, when we made loans in community and public transportation, we would leverage those agreements, combining private capital and public capital. Spring Mountain is a large private capital resource that specializes in working with nonprofit institutions, especially organizations in financing like CTDLS. Prior to coming for the meeting, the Spring Mountain people asked for a great deal of financial and other information about our association and CTDLS. We sent them copies of all of our old audits and financial statements up and through the present time, and they examined all of these closely. They asked for additional information about our portfolio of financing and our financing activities in general. So they came well armed with that information and some questions for us too. During the day, the participation of representatives from USDA and from the SBA were more like providing background to the Spring Mountain people about our efforts and our history. It was interesting for us to know that we are the only national intermediary that USDA has for any of its loan programs. The USDA representatives talked about the important work that our association has done both in the transportation area and in the financing area. And I was very pleased that they went out of their way to discuss the fact that we directly assisted large numbers of minority and disadvantaged businesses, and we indirectly helped many people by providing financing to community transportation. In the discussion with Spring Mountain Capital, it was important, at least according to their views, that our mission was a priority in looking at the way they judge whether organizations should be their partners. Because we had good financial information and a good record wasn't really enough for them. They wanted to know that we were attempting to provide assistance to people in rural communities and helping them get into businesses in the transportation field, and of course providing important services through our members, especially medical transportation. It seems that Spring Mountain is a huge investor in the transportation sector and in the healthcare sector, and this would be the first opportunity to provide more people-centered transportation relative to healthcare. They are an institution with $40 billion to put into financing. In the course of our discussions, they said at the end that they were very pleased with not only our mission-driven lending, but also with our financial records, but most of all with the responsive information that we provided during our discussions. They were extremely complimentary of Robert Carlson, who was part of the group from our side, as well as Don Browner, as you might expect. They used such terms as outstanding and terrific to talk about them, and they were more than kind to me. As a matter of fact, I'm not really used to having that kind of thing said about what we do by people who have such large financial interests. So it's good to know that they thought highly of us and our management team. So where we go from here is looking for the details that will follow now that they've had their visit and also talked to some of our other partners. They are very clear that they will lend us whatever we need to enhance our efforts. Initially, somewhere between $4 and $6 million. They had no problems with developing a financing package for $10 million as well. And as you know, since we would leverage that money, that would give us a chance to enhance our loan portfolio, or the total amount of money we could put into loans between $40 and $60 million. So that situation will be developing in the next several weeks, and we'll keep you informed about what progress we have in furthering these negotiations. We probably will schedule a special meeting of our Finance Committee soon as well, once we have more definitive information from the folks at Spring Mountain. In addition to that, we are also completing negotiations with another private sector firm to help us manage our portfolio of loans so that we don't have to add a whole lot of staff or spend a lot of our time assembling the necessary packages that meet the requirements of the SBA and other government lenders. This progress should be completed at about the same time. So it's my theory that we'll have two sides to the equation that need attention. One that will bring us the financing we need, and secondly, the one that will bring us the expertise and tools to better manage those portfolios and lending opportunities. At a time when transportation has faced very difficult obstacles at the federal and state level, it is very good to know that private financial managers are willing to invest in community and public transportation, as well as our efforts with owner-occupied trucks. It's good to know that they think this is a good business and one in which they can play a role in assisting our members and those they serve with capital needs. This week is the 4th of July here in Washington, so toward the end of the week there won't be much activity here. As you heard last week, there's a great deal of information about recent Supreme Court decisions and Congress passing, at least the Senate, the immigration bill. Sadly, there hasn't been any progress on any of the other areas of our concern. So we'll be looking for that later when they return following the 4th of July break. I hope that you'll have a nice holiday and a safe one. I'll look forward to talking with you soon after the holiday. And let me close by thanking all of you for your help and support at the expo that we've just concluded. It's our hope that also in the next week or so, we'll finish with the material we asked you to help with on designing communication strategies for the upcoming legislative session and season. We've tried these out on a few people, and we'll be looking forward to distributing them and discussing them further with you. That's all I have for now. Let me close by again wishing you a happy 4th of July a little bit in advance. And if your fiscal year starts on July 1st like ours does, well, Happy New Year. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.